It's not a deer. Bought an orange tractor. This is an approximately late 1960s, early 1970s Power King. Just something different. My grandfather had one when I was growing up. I actually owned one a couple years ago. I don't think I did too many videos with it, and I don't even know if they're public or not. But since we moved to the new place last year, I've kind of been loosely looking for one. And actually, it's been about 3 years since I sold my previous one. Really liked it. Actually, I sold it for 2 or 3 reasons. Chiefly, I needed to buy the X748, and I needed the cash out of the Power King, and I also at the same time needed the space that the Power King was taking up, because they're not necessarily small machines. So here it is. It will stick around for a while, or should be a permanent fixture in the collection. You probably won't see very many videos on it because it'll probably go in the corner. All I have with it right now is a deck. But I'll kind of go around the machine, because one of the things that I found, this is really before I got into a lot of YouTube videos, is there's not a lot out there on the Power Kings. So there's some videos out there, but they're mostly showing the machines working. I am by no means an expert on these things, mostly because I've only owned 2. I only own this because I wanted one, happened to find it, and now it's mine. So anyway, it's got I think this is a 14 horsepower Kohler. This would be the K321, 341. It has tandem transmissions, 3 forward speeds and 1 reverse speed on each. This one, in this case, is a hydraulic lift. So this is the setup over here. This is the lever right here, controls this cylinder right here. Very rudimentary tractor. Basically, it's a frame with the transmissions and then a rear end with bull gear drives to the rear tires. So you see back here, there's the differential, and then you have the bull gears on either side that drive the tires. So very, very basic machine. In this case, it does not have the 3-point. I will have to find a 3-point, or I hope to find a 3-point at some point in the future. I'm not going to restore this machine. I'm going to take the deck off most likely. I may try the deck a couple times, but for the most part, I will probably just use it to drag stuff around the yard, drive a cart. It's not a very fast tractor. In fact, it's slow as Christmas, in my opinion. I do have a seat cushion for it, so I'll show you that in here in just a minute. But like I said, very simple, plain machine. They made lots of attachments for them. The nice thing with being a nice, simple, plain machine, they also are very easy to maintain, make parts for, stuff like that, or at least that's my opinion anyway. This is the hydraulic pump right here. It's all driven off. So basically you can look in there and you see the drive, or the bell housing. So all of this right here is the clutch area. So you have the engine right here, then you have the bell housing and clutch along with the pulleys. Here's the clutch pedal. It's a dry clutch. Kind of interesting. Then you have your tandem transmissions. As you sit on the seat, you can kind of see you have reverse, second, third, and first, and neutral. So if you put both of them in reverse, you will actually go forward. One thing I learned the previous one that I owned. So, I mean, yeah, the biggest thing with these is when you buy them, just like this one, a lot of times the steering the steering column is loose, because a lot of times people use them to get up on them when you shouldn't do that. But I'm just as guilty. Let's see here, what else? Like I said, it's a very simple deck. I do need to do something about the idlers on it. So yeah, I mean, it's straight. I mean, you can see it's not an electric clutch or anything. It's all tension. Electric clutch is on later models. Yeah, very, very, very simple machine. I'm looking forward to working on it. In fact, I'll get it cleaned up here in just a little bit. I'll just get some of the grease and everything off of it, just get it sprayed off. I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'll drive it around quite a bit around the yard. Probably needs oil change, a couple other things. And we'll go from there. But anyway, a little bit more about it. I'll grab some paperwork that I got with it, and I'll put that on the next part of the video. Alright, so got the paperwork out. Kind of cool. If you follow some of my videos, you know that I'm kind of a paperwork hoarder. Absolutely love stuff like this. In this case, even though it's not in very good condition, here's the registration warranty card. I have not looked at much of this, so your guess is as good as mine. Unfortunately doesn't have a serial number on it, but this tractor also doesn't have a serial number plate. So oh, warranty's not good anymore. Warranty's void unless registration card is returned to us within 10 days of purchase. I think the 10 days has been up. So, oh well. Also got the Kohler engine manual. It says this has a K301 in it. That's a 12 horsepower engine, if I remember right. So, I don't have a date anywhere. I haven't seen one, but this is just the manual for the K301. I do have a serial number on the engine. So I guess 39263. I have no earthly idea if that's correct or not. I haven't looked at the engine. I know it's 30. It says 301 on there. Put this away here. Can't wait to get this inside and get it put away for safekeeping in a non-humidified environment. Then I got some manuals with parts, etc. in it. This is always exciting stuff to me. It helps me learn how they're built. There's really two of these machines. There's a Jim Dandy and then there's a Power King. I also have some reprints of some of this stuff. For instance, in this case, we'll fold this out here. Hopefully the wind doesn't take it away. I'm trying to be careful with it. So here you have the Jim Dandy. I guess one of the biggest things that I've picked up on being able to see is the way the engine's mounted. The frame is different. So if you look at this drawing right here, you see it's a central frame. The engine's mounted on top of the frame up here, and you've got your rear end on the Jim Dandy. But on the Power King, they're a little bit bigger frame. There's two frame rails. The engine is mounted inside the frame. It's actually mounted at a slight angle for the driveline. So that's the big difference between those two. So this is a Power King that we have here, because if you look at the way the engine's mounted, it's mounted inside the double frame here. Electric start, that was an option. A hydraulic lift. This is the hydraulic lift system right here. It's driven on this belt. I can't remember if I said that in the previous part of the video. And then you have the rotary mower information, and then a 1969 price list. I have no earthly idea if this tractor is a 1969, but here it says a K301 came in a Jim Dandy, so a K301 balanced engine, etc., etc. $905 for the regular Jim Dandy, but if you ordered it with headlights, a deluxe body, foot brakes, and a parking brake, and a deluxe seat, I guess that is the high back seat on mine, a deluxe seat, it was $962. Power King standard model had the K321, which is really interesting with this having a 301 in it. Now obviously maybe the blower housing's been replaced, or maybe they didn't have them at this time. This is not a 69. $1,012 deluxe model, same as above with headlights. $1,069. Then you have all the options and all the added costs. So pretty interesting stuff right there. Rotary mowers were anywhere from $150 all the way up to $235. Yeah, $210 for a mower, just really depending on what was there. And then this is all reprints from some of the stuff in this pile right here. So this, I guess if you want to bring it outside, I can drag all this out. That way I can put all this pile up for safekeeping. So that's some of the paper I got with it. So haven't tried to start it up today. Let me put this paper to the side, and then we'll go ahead and start it up. Alright, let's start her up. So, underneath the hood, you got the engine. This is the fuel tank. This L-shaped thing's the fuel tank. Looks like this fuel tank, I guess that's the mount. I was wondering what those welds were right there. Looks pretty good inside. I don't know earthly idea if you can see in there. I filled it up with gas this morning. Put the cap back on. Turn on my fuel down here. Just a sediment bowl, just like the Deere's, so that's always nice. Some similarities between the two. Going back to the price while I'm doing this, price was actually very similar in terms of Deere versus Power King price-wise. So close the hood. I have yet to do any type of maintenance on this machine. That'll come later this afternoon, next couple weeks. We'll get that taken care of. So like I said, you don't want to use the steering wheel to get up on it. I'm not going to sit on it because I have the seat cushion off right now. Make sure it's in neutral. Both gear shifts are in neutral. Now, if only one's in gear, it'll still be in neutral. So, in this case, pull out the choke, turn the key on. It's a push button start. There she goes. Didn't need much choke at all. So the throttle's right here. It's a little sticky still. Like I said, this is the hydraulic right here. So out is down. So if you want to put the mower deck down, that way is up. And it also operates the rear hitch back here. So you can kind of see that. So yeah, I mean, it's a nice sounding machine. Engine doesn't smoke, which is always good. I don't want to get too hot because I want to wash it off here in just a little bit. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. You know, like I said, it's going to be a long-term hold for me. I'm not looking to sell it or anything like that. You know, although most machines that I don't sell, they make it on the channel at some point. So anyway, and going back to that rudimentary type deal, I mean, you can see how the hydraulic lever works. So it's mounted on this side of the engine over here. It's just a bar, curved bar. It's welded in a couple places, and it connects over here. And you can actually see that is a nut welded on. That right there is a nut welded on the end of the control. So kind of interesting as you look at it. So anyway, make sure the block didn't get too warm there before I put some cold water on it. So anyway, that's it for the Power King for right now. Like I said, I'll get it cleaned up. Maybe if it cleans up really nice, I'll come back and take a second video of it. But for the most part, put it away for right now. Thanks for watching.